Good morning, grade 7. Welcome back to our video lessons. This is the last theme of our 5 themes of geography. Oh, we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Sorry about that. Our 5th theme is human environment and interaction. It's our 5th and final theme. Basically, what this theme means is how are humans interacting with the environment? How is the environment, nature, creation, the world interacting with people? Okay. So it's asking that question, how do you affect your environment every day? We think about that in certain ways, right? Your character, like classroom environment, if you're always negative, right? You're always not having a good attitude, right? The environment of our classroom is affected, right? If you come in with a smile, happy every day, it also affects it, right? You make it a more positive place. Well, the world is kind of the same. Every day we give something to the world and we're taking something from it. And it's a big topic in today's world about being responsible, being stewards of God's earth, and this is no different. Um, so as the season change, so does the impact on the environment. So as I know we don't have very many seasons in Indonesia, but in Canada there's 4 different seasons, and how we interact with the environment in the summer is a lot different than in the winter, because in the winter it's cold and frigid, right? We're shoveling the snow, we're throwing salt on the sidewalks, we're burning our wood stoves and keeping our houses warm, whereas in the summer we're cutting the grass, we're trimming the trees, we're planting our fields and harvesting in the fall. So there's seasons for everything, and they're different, and how we interact with them are different. So human environment interaction. How does the environment affect people? How does what is around us affect us? Depending on your culture and background, technology, resources, and the environment means different things to you. So we interact with the environment, or the environment interacts with us through things like heat, waves, insects, animals, crops being grown, right? We interact with the mango tree by eating the mangoes. In Canada, there's no mangoes. You don't interact with it that way. Human environment and interaction. When we study this, we look at all the effects, both positive and negative, that occur when people interact with their surroundings. Now, um, it's important to note the positives and the negatives as people interact. There are both. Okay, I know so often you'll hear how we got to get back to the bare minimum animalistic type living, where it's just us and a house, and we're living off grid, and we're eating our 4 vegetables a day that we grew, and um, right, there are positives to human environment and interaction, and so we are going to look at those. Positive and negative are very important for you to remember. um, so how can we modify our environment? So we look at things around us, right? We have a house built. How do we modify it? How do we make our environment better, right? We bring water to our homes, makes it easier. It's also better, right? The amount of gasoline used to truck um, water to and from the river, or um, the treatment center to your house, right? It would add up. Building roads, right? There's also good things. Some places where there's a lot of trees, they have to clear land for farms. We need food to eat. Okay, some land, okay, is overrun by trees and it's gone wild. And what's good for the plants is sometimes, trees. Um, we modify our environments by simple things like, uh, right? Oh, am I going the right one? Oh, there we go. Um, this one. Right? We use solar panels. We place those up there. Oceans, right? We modify our environment by building a jetty out so that we can park our boat near the shore where it doesn't crush the coral or something like that whenever the tide goes out. And we do other things like create shade, or put in irrigation systems where water can be taken from a reservoir or a river or something and spread along the ground to help the plants grow, crops grow, keep people fed, and the plants nourished. Um, How do we adapt to our environment? We wear suitable clothing, right? In the winter, you wear warm clothes. In the summer, you wear clothes that'll help keep you cool. We keep our houses cold when it's hot, right? We have the AC on and we turn the heat on. I know not in Indonesia, but other places. You'll have other ideas. Um, how can changes to the environment be favorable? So what are things that we have done that to the environment help and help people, right? One of the easy ones is hydroelectric dams. Okay, this dam was created in along the river in the U.S. and it clogged up a river between a mountain gorge, and now they make electricity through the water falling down along this thing. One example. We can be destructive though. We see that in Indonesia with a lot of rivers that are polluted with garbage and chemicals, big landfills, animals that are swimming in plastic. That wasn't God's intention. Now, we don't have to go and stop using every product we've ever used, but being more stewardly with it and God glorifying in how we use um, our our resources. Um, and that is human environment and interaction. We're not